So your relationship may have just ended. You might be going through a breakup right now and you're struggling. You're struggling and you feel like you would like to get back together with your partner. That is the prevailing feeling. I want them back. I want them back. I want them back. And that's okay. There is no shame in wanting them back, okay? However, here's the reality. You might desire to get back together with them. But if they're not also open to that prospect, then nothing you do is going to change that. However, there is a process that I'm going to share with you in this video. And if you follow this process, you're going to put yourself in the best possible position to get them back. But here's the thing about the process. You have to fully commit. You have to be all in, right? You can't have one foot in, one foot out. If you're going to do this process, if you're going to follow this process, you have to be all in. No matter what it takes, you have to give it your best shot, okay? Now, if you're watching, I would really appreciate, before we go forward, if you just take a moment to like and subscribe below. But let's get into the process. So the first thing is you need to accept the current reality, right? The relationship is over. It's over. It's painful. You don't like it. You want to get back with them. But right now, the relationship is over. You need to accept this. You do not want to be in a state of denial, okay? It's over. Now, you're grappling with a lot of emotions. This is a very emotional time for you. You need to give yourself what I like to call license to despair. License to despair. So basically what I mean by that is give yourself room to feel the visceral medley of emotions, the pain. Don't suppress that pain. Give yourself room to feel so that you can process and release the emotions in order to heal. You need to feel in order to heal. License to despair. It's okay to not be okay right now. Don't run away from the pain. So that's the first step. The second step is forget about getting back together with them. If you're going to go through this process effectively, you need to be doing this for you. You need to have an intrinsic desire to improve yourself and to improve your life, right? So this needs to be your driver. You're doing this for you. You're doing this to make yourself feel better about your life, okay? You're doing this for you. So forget about getting back together with them for now. I also want you to initiate in a period of no contact, right? Initiate a period of no contact. Now is not the time to start texting them, oh, I miss you, oh, I want you back, oh, will you take me back? That's not going to help. You need this space right now to gain clarity. They need the space right now to gain clarity. So you need to give room for that. Now is not the time to be fighting against the reality. No contact. Okay. Next, we're going to do a series of audits. This is where it gets really interesting. And this is where you have to bring your full self to the table, okay? First audit. You want to audit the relationship, the past relationship. Specifically, you want to look at things that you did wrong that you would do differently if you had the opportunity to. Listen, we all make mistakes when it comes to relationships, right? But one of the worst things that could happen would be for you to get back together with them and then you make the same mistakes. And those mistakes harm the relationship the way they did before and then everything breaks down again. So you need to get clear on the things that you did wrong, the things you would do differently. First thing. Then I want you to audit the relationship as a whole. So how could the relationship as a whole, so this is not just about what you did wrong, but generally speaking, how could the relationship have been improved? And what are some suggestions you have as to how you and your partner could improve on those things? You really want to be brutally honest with yourself at this stage, right? Be brutally honest and seek to pick out the lessons. This is a learning opportunity of grave significance, okay? Now, the second audit is an audit of your life. In what ways can you improve your life? In what ways can you become happier? What do you need to see in your life to become happier, to feel more fulfilled? And you can look at different buckets of life. You can look at finances, you can look at career, you can look at health and fitness, you can look at nutrition, you could look at spirituality or faith, you could look at contribution, you could look at, connection, friends, family, right? Whatever you need to do to sort of conceptualize this step. Look at those different areas, those different buckets of life. How can you improve? How can you become happier with yourself? Then I want you to think of the next 3 steps. What are the 3 steps that you can take that can start moving you forward in that way? So maybe you might decide, I want to get in shape. Okay, you're going to look for a gym and then start going to the gym 3 days a week, hire a personal trainer. Get clear in those different buckets. What can you do to start to improve yourself? Because listen, when you meet them and you started to make these changes, there is nothing as attractive as a person who is on purpose, a person who is purposeful and has meaning in their life and has a sense of motion. Okay? So it's very important that you take this step extremely seriously. And give yourself time. This is not something that you're going to do in 2 weeks, right? You need about 3 months to see any significant changes. Maybe 6 months, maybe even a year, but commit to improving your life. You're doing this for you first and foremost, okay? You're committed to improving your life. Once you've gone through a period of making these changes and you can see that your life is starting to improve and you're doing things differently, you're feeling good about yourself, you're feeling more confident, you're feeling, you have a greater sense of meaning, you have more zest and vitality. Now, this is when you reach out to them again. But you reach out to them in a low stakes way. Don't reach out to them, I've been thinking about you for the past 6 months. I want to get back together with you. It's been so tough not speaking to you. No. Be cool. Be cool. Reach out to them, whether it's over text or over the phone, whatever, works for you, and suggest to meet up for coffee. Coffee doesn't have a romantic connotation. It's easy, low pressure, coffee. So meet them for that coffee. And just play it cool the first time. Just catch up. What have they been up to? And you can tell them a little bit about what you've been up to. And then ask to meet up again. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to start dating them again, right? But you're going to start in this kind of low stakes way. Coffee, walk in the park, movie, dinner, you understand? So there should be a progression, but you can follow a progression that suits you, okay? Now, once you feel like you are refamiliarized with them, now you can make your intentions clear. And the idea is that as you've been seeing them again, you've been displaying the ways in which you have changed. When you make your intentions clear, this is where that first audit is going to come in handy. Explain to them, your own reflections. Like you can see where you went wrong and this is what you would do differently. And you've looked at the relationship as a whole and these are some things that you think could have been improved and this is how, those improvements could have been made. So you make a compelling case for your own personal growth. They can see all the things that you're doing in your life, how you're improving in your life, your renewed commitment to yourself and this vitality, like I mentioned. And now you're telling them you're taking ownership for the areas that you fell short before. And you've also looked at the relationship as a whole and you've come up with ideas for how it could be improved. This is the best position that you can be in. Now they're either going to be open to it or they won't be. Whatever it is, you need to accept the outcome. Because even if after this whole process, they're not open to it, you have made the gains. You have made the life gains. You have improved your life. You have improved your consciousness, right? You have learned so much. And this you can take into your next relationship. These lessons, these gains, you can take them into your next relationship. Now you're in a good position to put yourself back out there again. So even if it's not with them, Your journey has only just begun. And now you're an improved version of yourself. So there you have it. There's the process. Like I said, you have to give it your all. You cannot be wishy-washy about this, right? Now, if you've enjoyed this video, I would recommend watching the videos on screen. So earlier in this segment, I spoke about License to Despair. Now, there's a video where I break this down in more detail. And that license to despair is absolutely critical, because if you don't give yourself license to despair, none of these other steps are going to come to fruition. All right, so I want you to check that out. Now, in the event that you've made all these changes and they're not open to taking you back or getting back with you, that's fine. You've done the best that you could do. You've improved your life. And you want to check out the next video on screen. It's a step-by-step guide on how to find love this year. Now, if you would like me to help you on your quest to finding love, then you want to check out my Dream Relationship Toolkit. So it's a collection of 4 courses available on my website for $84, but you can access the toolkit today for free by clicking the link below. See you next time.